Hi, and welcome to Facebook Marketing Simplified, the replay. If you were with us last Friday afternoon, you know that we had, unfortunately, some really challenging technical issues. So our slides couldn't advance, and for the replay, we decided to scrap that whole idea and go with just live, good old-fashioned talking and discussion and show you exactly what we're talking about straight in Facebook. So I'm glad that you can join us, whether you were with us last Friday and listened to me talk, or if you're watching the replay, or both. We are going to be talking about, though, today, 4 features of Facebook that you may be still unaware of. But those features, because they're still somewhat new, can help separate your business or your brand from the competition, as well as attract new fans to your page and boost engagement. So I'm excited to bring this information to you. If you have any questions about anything that's covered here today, please feel free to leave your question in the comment box beneath the video, or join us on Google Plus. Circle me, add me to your marketing circle or your business networking circles, and just send me a question and I will be happy to answer anything I can for you. However, I want to ask you a question before we jump into the main part of our content today. Do you ever feel like Facebook is a waste of your time? Do you feel like there's too much competition going on, too many fan pages, and you've been trying to do Facebook for a long time now, and it's just not working? You can't even get 500 or 1,000 likes? Well, I'm going to share with you the features and strategies today to help you get over that hump, because Facebook is still a tremendous opportunity for a lot of local business owners, and I want you to make the most out of it and get a return on investment of your time. And if you have $50 to $100 for Facebook advertising, that would just help accelerate your results. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Give me a second and you will see the screen change and you will actually see us inside of Facebook. I'll see you over there. Thanks. And bear with me while we scroll up to the top of the Facebook fan page of a pretty well-known brand known as Lululemon Athletica. So I like to check out what they're doing on Facebook as a national and international brand, because they have a very loyal following and they do a really good job in keeping those followers engaged. I want to start with talking about the cover photo. You see there's a young lady looking like she's running through, maybe on a track of some sort, in what is some Lululemon apparel. Now, most fan pages look like this. They're just one particular photo. That photo is usually a pretty nice photo, but it's usually just one. I want to share with you how to break this up again and start to separate yourself from your competition with the biggest and the best real estate on your Facebook fan page, which is your cover photo. The reason why your cover photo is so great in terms of attracting new fans is because it is the most prominent thing that a new visitor to your Facebook fan page is going to see. So how do you separate yourself? Well, if you know that most fan pages have only one photo, wouldn't it be nice if you could do 4 photos in one, or change it up just a little bit? I know what you're thinking. You're not a graphic designer, and neither am I. But there's some third-party tools, some that are free, that will allow you to do some things differently. And so I want you to check out PageModo, PageMod as in David, O.com. Again, it's called PageModo. If you want, you can take the time to pause this video if you're watching the replay and go open another tab and check it out. It's free to use, and they have cover photo templates. that are awesome. All you have to do is provide the images, and they'll give you some really great and dynamic cover photo templates. So next, what we find on Lululemon's fan page is the fact that they have a tab called Store Page Finder. Now, this really is not that important if you are not a national brand or a brand where people are ordering things from you very often. But one of the things that you can do is you can link your Instagram account, which is definitely growing. You can link videos, your blog, and other tabs into your Facebook fan page. So if you're doing a lot on Pinterest because you have a visual business or visual brand, so you're selling clothing, jewelry, you're making furniture, things of that nature, definitely consider linking your blog, your Instagram account, or just your website to your Facebook fan page. In just a few minutes, I will talk to you about one of the 4 features that will really take your Facebook marketing to another level, and that is the call to action button. Now, Lululemon is not using that call to action button just yet. Their fan pages, both locally and nationally, that are using it with great success. And I absolutely love it, and I'm going to tell you why in just a little while. But before we get to that, let's take a little journey down Lululemon's Facebook fan page and see what they're doing right that you can improve on with your Facebook fan page. First of all, if your fan page does not have your website linked in the About section, it is critical that you do that. Make sure that you put your website address in the About section of your Facebook fan page. All you have to do is make sure that you're logged in to your Facebook fan page with your Facebook profile. And if you hover your cursor right there on the open side triangle, I should say, you should be able to edit that. It should be a pencil. And you should be able to edit that and add your website address right there. And then it becomes a hyperlink for anyone new visiting your page. So one of the things that I want to call your attention to that Lululemon does an exceptional job at is the use of imagery or pictures. This post, while it didn't get a lot of engagement from their over 1 million fans, it did get some. But part of, I think, why this post is so interesting to me is because it's a nice image. I'm looking to see, is that a mountain or what it is? And you want people, if you're going to interrupt their pattern of browsing on Facebook because they're usually interacting with family and friends, you need to use a great graphic, so an image of some sort that will get their attention. So if we scroll down a little bit more, we see that Lululemon is actually saying that, hey, we have some new things coming into the stores. They don't really tell you what it is. They put the link to their website's an article, and it's just saying that it's a sneak peek of what's coming your way. Do you think people are going to be wondering, well, what are they talking about exactly? Of course they are. You can use the same thing in your business. If you're a restaurant, you can say a sneak peek of what's hitting our menus in the next 30 days or for Valentine's Day. If you are a florist, you can say, hey, we're doing something other than the, traditional red rose bouquet for Valentine's Day. We'll be showcasing that on our Facebook fan page on Tuesday. So stay tuned. There are tons of ways that you can give your loyal Facebook fans and followers something to get excited about. However, you don't want to overuse this. You only want to talk about sneak peeks when there really is something to be excited about. Because if you use it month after month or week after week, people are really going to start thinking that it's not that special, and you don't want to lose that momentum. Now, there's one other thing that I want to call your attention to on Lululemon's Facebook fan page, and it's this post right here. So, this post is talking about marathons, and it's a post from their blog that gives 26.2 tips, which I absolutely love that. One for each mile of the marathon. Gives you tips on how to train for the marathon, right? They got 1,000 likes and 200 plus shares with 55 comments. So, not bad engagement for one post at all. And it's a really great picture. So, it's a picture of someone, an aerial view of someone running with a nice, very short, to the point tagline saying, "Go the distance." And I'm sure that you can come up with really great pictures and graphics that display your business as well. So I want you, once you're finished watching this video, to take about 5 or 10 minutes and just go through the images on your computer and look to see what pictures really showcase your business or service, or the message that your business and service is trying to get across, or the emotion that they're trying to you're trying to evoke with your customers or clients, or this problem you're trying to help them solve. And go grab those pictures and put them in a folder for me, because we're going to need them. You're going to need them actually a little bit later on, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do with them. Okay, so that's Lululemon. I am actually going to take you to another Facebook fan page of someone that I absolutely love, named Brendon Burchard. If you have not heard of him, he is a 3-time New York Times bestseller, a multiple Amazon bestseller as well, and he has some fabulous information about how to live your best life. And one of his mantras is live, love, matter. And he always says, did I live, did I love, did I matter before the end of your life? And I think that that saying is so powerful. But nonetheless, he has 2.5 million likes on Facebook. He has been known to do a lot of Facebook advertising. But as you can see, there is a theme here, right? His website is right here in the About section. Do you see all of the best Facebook fan pages have that website there? So you want to make sure that you have it there. Now, because Brendon is his brand, he has his picture as his profile photo on his fan page, and that is perfectly okay. In fact, it's a great idea. So if you are your brand, consider putting a nice profile picture of yourself there. Also, he has a picture of him looking at a sunrise, I believe, with a quote from one of his New York Times bestseller books. So something that is impactful when people first land on his page. What Brendon does is very, very simple. He uses quote boards or quote images very effectively on his fan page. So as you can see, he has this post, this quote board up here, and it's pinned to the top of his fan page. Now, if you don't know what pinned posts are, let me take the time to explain that to you. Pinned posts are posts that you actually will go in, hover your cursor over this open upside down triangle, and you're going to click on that, and you can say pin to top. It will take that post no matter where it is in your newsfeed. So it could be a post that you shared 5 months ago, but it got lots of engagement. People loved it. It was a great image, and you want to bring it back and pin it to the top. You can do that, and it will stay there for 7 days. So if you have a great post that people absolutely love, I strongly urge you to do that, as Brendon is doing here. Now, he has lots and lots of engagement from these quote boards. This is a quote from him directly from one of his books. He also quotes from other people as well, but mostly the quotes are things that he has said in his book. Sometimes it's from other books, but it just depends. So you can use quote boards especially if you're a life coach or a consultant, you can use quote boards in amazing ways to get lots of shares and lots of engagement. I do not want you to overthink your Facebook strategy. I want you to create something that is consistent, that resonates with your business or your brand, and then go out and just execute on it. He's done a wonderful job with quote boards, and I will say that quote boards get the most engagement on Facebook, Google Plus, Pinterest, and Instagram. So if you have some quotes, they don't have to be your own quotes. They can be quotes if you own a restaurant. They can be quotes about food. If you are a relationship coach, it can be quotes about love. If you are a florist, you can be doing quotes and images that have flowers in the background. Just take the time to think, if it was you looking on a new Facebook fan page in your business or in your industry, what would you want to see? So, another thing that Brendan does quite well is he has phenomenal videos. His videos remind me of the Steve Jobs videos from Apple. They're very simple. It's just him talking with nothing in the background. And you can see that to the left. His videos actually have gotten 1.6 thousand likes and 119 comments. So they have in the hundreds of thousands of views. Because Facebook is now doing a push, a campaign on video and competing with YouTube, this is the perfect time to get your smartphone or your tablet and your tripod out and start recording some videos on a regular basis. Video was huge in 2014. It's only going to grow in 2015. If you're not comfortable with a video, and I do understand why you wouldn't be, because for a long time I was not either, I really suggest that you do a video challenge for yourself and just create a video every day for 2 weeks. Just start there. Now, one of the things that I want to talk to you about in terms of Facebook's relatively new features is featured videos. So let's go to one of my test fan pages over here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So in this webinar, I really want to give you some true how-to advice and not just theory. I want to give you some practical application. So I'm going to be sharing with you my 4 favorite features and my 3 favorite tools to help you create not only great results, but massive action that will take you just a few minutes a day over the next 3 to 4 days if you get started right after you watch this video. So one of the features, I came and brought you to this test fan page, which I'm actually going to take you to another one because I want to show you what a call to action looks like. We were going to be doing the video, but we'll stay on this page and we'll see. Okay. It's not cooperating. I think I have too many applications trying to come on. But what I'm going to do is just use this as an example. And so as you can see, we're at the cover photo here. And you can create a call to action. That's the first thing that I want to show you before we delve into the featured videos. Why do I like the call to action? Because usually Facebook is all about the social aspect of it, and fan page owners have to ask people and give them a link to go to their website or join their email list. Now Facebook has responded to everyone who's been asking for this, in particular marketers, and we have it. Yay! Thank you, Facebook. A call to action is when you ask your visitors to do something. You should be employing call to action buttons not only here in Facebook, but also on your website. So if you go to create a call to action where I just clicked from, you can choose a button. So if you have a business and people can purchase or order something from your website online, then you want to choose shop now. And if you choose that, you can simply put in your website right here. And you can also include a mobile website as well. I absolutely love that option. Then if you are a hairstylist or a massage therapist, you can actually do book now, or a dentist, if or a financial planner even. So tons of applications for that. Also, if you have an online business, you can actually have people join your email list by clicking on sign up. But do you see what I mean by the fact that Facebook is really delving into video marketing? They have a call to action button that says watch video, and that would lead you to a featured video. And it's very easy. All you would do, click on more right underneath your cover photo on your fan page. And then you would go to videos. And then you would add a video. Now, you cannot record videos in Facebook. You do have to record your videos and upload them. You can upload them to Vimeo or YouTube. I would say YouTube probably will get you a little bit more traffic, but it really doesn't matter. Then you would name the video, add a description, clicking into your keywords. And for local business owners, so those of you with a storefront, you definitely want to make sure that you add a place. It's not required, but you want to make sure that you add a place because that gives you some search engine optimization and helps people find your business a lot easier in Google if they're just looking for a restaurant in, let's say, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So once you add your video, which we're not going to do right now because I think that it's pretty self-explanatory, you can actually choose one of these videos and Facebook will ask you if you want it to be featured. And then it will actually show that featured video on your fan page right in the newsfeed. It's awesome and fabulous. So I guarantee you that a lot of your competitors, a lot of your other Facebook fan pages are not doing this. They are moving quite slowly on it. So I strongly encourage you to create a video, even if it's you just talking to camera. As hard as that may be, I know, but create a video and upload it and then make it a featured video. It will make you stand out. Now, there are two other pages that I want you to look at with me before I reveal the other two features. And the next one is called Southern Living, which is a great magazine out of Alabama with over 1 million likes. So Southern Living magazine really talks a lot about food and recipes and hobbies, a little bit of everything. So I'm a chocoholic. That cake looks scrumptious to me, especially with the jug of milk or a jar of milk in the background. And so I am really excited that I found this page. I'm like thinking, what kind of dessert should I have this evening? Anyway, if you take a look at their post, and they just did one 39 minutes ago, and they had 90 likes and 59, close to 60 shares already. This is just curated content, right? It's from yahoo.com. But because Southern Living knows their fans so well, they can put out a post and within an hour they have tons of engagement, right? So you have to take the time to learn what your fans like. Now, in this case, they're talking about bacon. And, I think most people in the South, most people anywhere like bacon, especially in the United States. However, it really goes to show that they know their fans. And you can tell that the engagement is really very good on southernliving.com, and that's what you want. You want really good engagement. So to get that really good engagement, you really should be posting on Facebook at least once a day. If you're not going to do it once a day, then don't do it. Find another social network like Pinterest or Google Plus, where you could have some still really good results, but it doesn't require as much time. Because you have some competition, you will need to post and you'll need to make them good posts. But what I want to show you is how Southern Living. So a lot of their posts, as we scroll down, they're getting from other places. They're pulling from articles of from their magazine, so they don't have to recreate the wheel and think about trying to find some other things. So as you can see, this I believe is probably from, doesn't really say, from their magazine. It may not be. It may be something that's curated because it's a bit.ly link. So we can't really tell where it's coming from unless we click on the link. But what I want to show you is they have awesome use of images. Make sure that you are using images and taking full advantage of all this space. See how large that picture is? All that space that Facebook is giving you. And one easy way to do that is to use Canva, C-A-N-V as in Victor, A.com. Use Canva. PageModo and Canva are free for the most part. Canva, if you use some of their images, they will potentially can charge you $1 for it. But $1 for an image that you can reuse is, not bad by any means. And it makes it easy to share on Facebook and get this really nice image. So you want images on your Facebook fan page to stand out, especially considering 50% of people on Facebook now are accessing it from their smartphone. So you really want to take advantage of those images because you want your post to stand out in your fans' newsfeed. After all, you did spend a lot of time trying to get them, so you should be wanting to engage with them as much as possible. So we've taken a look at 3 very different national and international fan pages. Now I want to go local and show you a restaurant that has really very good engagement. So this is Catch Restaurant. They're a seafood restaurant in Wilmington, North Carolina, and they do a really good job with managing their own social media marketing and their Facebook. They've been doing it for a while. They're growing really, really quickly. So I want to show you what types of things that they're posting. So if you're a restaurant, again, this post is simply a collage of pictures. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures talking about the ingredients for a quote killer dinner. Here, you're seeing some requests for prayer for the chef and the owner's families. Here's a picture of the chef with some customers who are celebrating their anniversary. What Catch does a really great job at is balancing the social with the professional. So yes, they share information about their specials and what they have on their menus and what's going on with their business. But what really connects their fans to their page in Facebook is the fact that they also are sharing information about themselves. And as the owners of the restaurant, they're sharing information, they're sharing pictures of themselves, they're telling you what they're doing. And so that makes you feel like you already know them, even if you've never been to the restaurant yet. So I get asked at a lot of my workshops and classes, hey, how do I just talk about my business? And I'm going to share with you my advice that I always say. is social media is first about being social. You have to put some of your personality and some of yourself into your social media networks. If you're not going to do that, you are not going to be successful. People are on Facebook, Google Plus, Pinterest, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Even LinkedIn, yes, which is a professional social networking site to connect with people. And so you can't, unless you're Nike, of course, or Subway restaurant, you really cannot do a good job at bringing people in and establishing an emotional connection between them and your business without sharing some of yourself and your personal story with them. So you do have to do that, and Catch does a really good job. So take their example, take their lead, and start incorporating some information about yourself. Doesn't have to be a lot. It can be a picture of yourself on vacation. It can be a post saying that, hey, we went to Disney World last year and it was a phenomenal time. An old picture. Put something out there about yourself, and that will enable your fans, your current customers, and your future customers to get to know you, and then they feel like they have a vested interest. And what I like to say is you want to turn fans into customers or clients, and those customers and clients into brand ambassadors. Now, everybody's not going to be a brand ambassador for your business, but some people are going to really enjoy your product or service, and they're going to tell all their family and friends, and those are the people that you really want to connect with. If they're sharing your information on Facebook, if they are like, here, this is a really good picture from Catch Restaurant about one of their dinner specials at night. 5 people are commenting. I would be willing to bet that in a week's time, you get some of the same people commenting. Respond back to them. Say thank you. Ask their opinion. Say, what do you think? Everyone likes to be valued, and this is the perfect way to do that. So we are now going to go to another test page because I want to share with you the last 2 things I think you should know, but you may not. And so what I want to show you now is one thing, and actually I need to go to my personal profile for this, but it's called trending topics. And trending topics is not really new, but a lot of fan page owners are not really using it. And let me share with you how I think you can leverage this to do really, really well. So, one of the things that trending topics does, and where you can find it, is you would have to go to your personal profile and then home. So you see my personal profile, my name, Toya, and then home. You scroll down, looking at the right-hand side of your screen, and you will see about halfway down something called trending. Now, what is trending? Trending is a list of curated topics from Facebook that they feel like are important to you and or to your network, and what people balanced with what people are talking about online. So because the Grammy Awards was just last night, you see a lot of trending comments and topics about the Grammy Awards. So it was first, but now it's third. Here's how I'm going to share with you how to really use trending. You're not going to go in and talk about everything in trending, right? You are going to go in and look for things that are relevant to your niche, industry, business, and or your location. So if something happens, for example, I'm in North Carolina, right? I'm not in Gastonia, but I am in North Carolina. Well, in my trending topics, there's something about Gastonia, North Carolina. And in this case, unfortunately, it's a police officer involved in a fatal shooting. And so I would not be using this. But there's some other things over here that potentially you could use. So if you were a musician in having to do with, or basically in the music industry at all, or entertainment, you could talk about Grammy Awards, right? And what you would do is you would click on the link of Grammy Awards, and Facebook is going to return to you many of the posts that are coming out about the Grammys. And so the Grammys page is actually, this is their first post. This has been up here for several hours, and it has a lot of engagement. However, Beck, who is a musician that won a Grammy, Album of the Year, look at how much engagement he has. So if you liked Beck genuinely, what you could do is click on here, click, let's say, shares and comments, right? So it's 953 shares. People are probably seeing that. I'm sorry, it's 2,500 shares, 953 comments. I always say that comments get more power, more impact than shares. But if you don't really have the time, you could do a share, but it has to be either a share or a comment to get people's interest. And what you would do is just comment here in the box. Now, you're doing this as your Facebook profile, so you have to understand that it has to be an impactful comment, a very meaningful comment to get people to want to click and find out, who you are. So my faith in music is growing, right? Now, if you have a personal profile, I always suggest that you put somewhere in your cover photo from time to time something about your business, something very tasteful in terms of text about your business, because when people just kind of scroll over on your name, your profile picture and your cover photo comes up. So wouldn't that be nice to have something about your business in your cover photo? Of course it would be. But what if I decided, okay, I want to share this? Now, even though I'm using my profile, guess what using the share option allows you to do? You can share on your profile timeline. You could share on a friend's timeline, which I suggest you don't do. That would bother me. You could share in a group, or you could share on one of your pages. So trending topics, I think, is going to be used more and more over time. You can start using it first and leveraging it to stand out from your competition and really connect with your fans. Check it out. We've been doing it for about 2 months now, and we're having really good success, and I'm absolutely loving it. So try it and let me know what you think. So we're not going to do anything right now, but I just wanted you to be aware of it. The fourth feature that you may not know that you can use that I really like is called interest lists. Again, it's called interest list. And what interest list is basically you're curating information. So you're curating Facebook fan pages that have to do with your niche or industry or local area. So what you would do is go into interests, and which is on the left-hand side. Again, on your home page, you would go to the left-hand side under your profile, your name and profile picture. And then you would go under your pages, under your groups, and you would find interests right here underneath your friends. So pretty easy to find. Then you would click add interests. You can follow lists or you can create lists yourself. So a perfect example would be if you lived in, let's say, for example, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right? You could create a list about the best attractions to visit while you're vacationing in Myrtle Beach. How would you do that? Well, you could search for lists right here and see if there are any lists about Myrtle Beach. Maybe there are, maybe they're not. You'd have to check and see. So Myrtle Beach Tourism, looks like they have a list, 7 followers. North Myrtle Beach, so they have a list. So what that tells me is someone has tried to use Facebook as the list, they tried it and it didn't really work out that well. And so they stopped. Well, now you can advertise your list, your interest list. That is for a different video because it's a little bit more involved. But what I would do is I would go in and I would create a list. I would make sure that I have it appropriately named. So best spots or uncovered, best secret locations of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, something like that. And then I would start searching for people and pages to add to my list. That's all you have to do. It's very, very simple. And then you share it with your fans and you share it with your friends on your Facebook personal profile. So those are the 4 features that I think you will find extremely helpful. And just to recap, let me go over it again with you. Interest list, which is what we just finished talking about. You can go and put it in a category: art, books, business, causes, entertainment, food, tons of things. We're going to close out of that right now. Then we talked about call to action button. Get people to visit your website and join your email list. Email marketing is not dead, it's very much alive. And for those companies and brands that are using it, they're making tons of money. So if you're not doing email marketing consistently, it may be something you want to add to your marketing mix for 2015. Trending topics. Add to the conversation, get people looking at you. And feature videos. Video is going to be much bigger in 2015 than it was in 2014. Are you going to let other people take your traffic, take your customers and prospects, or are you going to jump on the video marketing boat in Facebook and leverage that to get even more traffic to your fan page? I hope that you do the latter because it really is a great opportunity. So I've been talking for a nice little time now. I thank you for your attention. I hope that you use the 4 features. Let me give you my 3 favorite tools before I leave you. Canva, CANVA, CANV as in Victor, A.com. If you are not a graphic artist, you will feel like one after you use Canva. I absolutely love it, and I think you will too. PageModo, PageMoD as in David O.com. It will allow you to create professional looking Facebook cover photos and curate some really good information in your niche and industry for free. Check it out. And then I would say PicMonkey used to be my 3rd favorite tool. It's not. There's a little app that I love called 22 Social, and it allows you to stream video because we've talked about video being so important. It allows you to stream video straight to your Facebook fan page. So if you're having a party, an event, if you are in multi-level or network marketing and you are having an event and you want to stream that video of the event to people that were unable to go to your event live, perfect opportunity. 22 Social, it is free as last I checked. So make sure you go and get the details on how to use it. We are going to be creating some tutorials at the end of this week. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel to check them out and get notified about those videos. I'm so excited about them because I think Facebook actually has some really great opportunities for people in 2015, but you have to be consistent. You have to post every single day. You have to know what your fans are looking for. And before we leave, I can't resist to give you a bonus feature, but it's graph search. And if you've ever heard of graph search and you wondered what it was, it's this search box right here where my cursor is, where it says search Facebook. You use that as your profile and you can find out, let's say, I want to know who my fans who also like Whole Foods, what other pages they liked. So I would start typing in pages liked by people who like Whole Foods. Maybe I manage a farmer's market and I want to know what other things people that like Whole Foods in my local area are checking out on Facebook. And the wonderful thing is you can search by posts, people, which photos. Photos, I like that option because it gives you an idea of what type of photos you should be posting. So it is going to pull from your personal network, and then it's also going to pull from Whole Foods Network. So it doesn't give you quite the idea, but you can also use some of these types of images as well. But I mainly use it for the pages option. So the people that like Whole Foods in my area, they're also checking out restaurants. They're checking out the Bellamy Mansion. They're checking out the airports. And they're checking out some other specific niche type pages. So you want to go on those pages and you want to start engaging with the people on those pages. You want to be seen. So start sharing their content and then commenting on it as well. And you can check out and see what they're posting about, what's getting lots of engagement. And then you can do some things that are similar, but make sure that you put your own personal stamp on it. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you learned something, especially about our newest features that I talked to you about in Facebook. I think that they will take your Facebook marketing to the next level. My name is Toya Wilson Smith, co-founder of Next Generation Digital Marketing Information, or Digital Marketing Agency, sorry. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon. If you have any questions, don't forget to hit me up in the description or the comments section under this video. Have a great day and much success to you in your Facebook marketing efforts.